Greetings folks, it's Skiz Fernando. Welcome back to another edition of Pan Asian. And if you hadn't noticed, the days are getting a little shorter and the nights a little cooler as we head into fall. So I thought this would be perfect weather to make the dish we're going to make today. It's called Galbi. It's a Korean dish which literally translates to braised or steamed short ribs of beef. And it's essentially a one-pot meal, which is pretty simple to make. The cooking time is long because you want to get those ribs nice and tender, but it's pretty simple to make, not that many ingredients, and I'm going to show you how to make this right now in your very own kitchen. Alright, so without further delay, follow me. I'm going to show you exactly what you need. Come on. To make this dish, you're going to need about 3 pounds of beef short ribs. And you want to wash them, trim all the fat, and also score them with a knife like I've done here, so all the flavor can permeate the meat. 1 cup of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of rice wine, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half an Asian pear shredded, and I couldn't find an Asian pear, so I'm just using a regular Bosc pear. 1 medium onion roughly chopped, a 2-inch piece of ginger sliced, 3 garlic cloves minced, 2 to 3 carrots cut into cubes, 1 medium potato peeled and diced, 3 to 4 shiitake mushrooms sliced. And these were actually dried mushrooms that I reconstituted in warm water for about 30 minutes. And finally, 3 green onions sliced. Okay, our first step is going to be to boil the short ribs in water for about 10 to 15 minutes. So let's head over to the stove. I want to add just enough water . And we're just going to let this, bring it to a boil and let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, and while that's doing its thing, let's step over here and put together the braising liquid. In another bowl, I'm just going to combine soy sauce, the brown sugar, and we are actually going to remove the beef ribs and reserve the liquid, because we're going to use the liquid when we braise the beef. So I'm just going to take these chunks out. Okay, we're actually ready to get started now with the braising. And as you can see, I'm using a Chinese clay pot here. Okay, first of all, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of oil to the pot. Once that gets hot, I'm going to add my onions, my ginger, and the garlic. I'm just going to saute that for a couple minutes. You're going to want to check your pot every once in a while during that 90 minutes to make sure that there's enough braising liquid in there. And if there's not enough, you can always use the reserve beef stock that we made in the beginning of the recipe. I'll see you in 90 minutes. Okay folks, we're back and it's time to check on the Galbi tin, see how everything is doing. And as you can see, everything is looking lovely in here. The liquid has really thickened up. And I'm going to stir this up a little. While you weren't looking, I tasted it and it was really salty, so I add a little more sugar. But everything should be fine now. And all we have to do is add the carrots, the potatoes, and the shiitake mushrooms. And we're going to let this cook for about 30 more minutes, just so the vegetables can get nice and tender. I'm going to mix that up first. And this is really the consistency of the sauce. You want it to be really syrupy like that. But what I'm going to do while we cook these vegetables is add a little bit more of the stock, just so there's a little more moisture in there to cook the vegetables. And now I'm just going to cover this up and cook it for 30 more minutes, and we're ready. And here we are, finally ready to check this dish out, and boy, am I hungry right about now. Now the last thing you want to do before serving is to hit it with some green onions, chopped green onions like I've done here. And of course you can serve it over some rice. I've got some brown rice. It's like a burst of flavor. You get the salty, the sweet, very hearty dish. And one thing I discovered while cooking this is you really have to pay attention to the salt, because as that braising liquid evaporates and concentrates, it becomes a lot saltier. So while you weren't looking, I ended up adding a little more sugar, and it gave it just the perfect balance. So here you have it, folks. Galbi gem, Korean braised beef short ribs on Pan Asian. My name is Skiz Fernando, and I will see you next time.